Hello everyone, this is Lan Garcia, and this is my final video presentation for the internship class that I have completed in the Public Information System Department. Living here at Florida, you are probably familiar with what Publix is, but as an insider, I would like to give you a little bit more detail. Publix was founded by George Jenkins in 1930. Publix is currently the largest and fastest growing employee-owned supermarket chain in the United States, and beside being one of the 10 largest volume supermarket chain in the country, the company is also deeply involved in real estate and other businesses. As today, there are about 230,000 associates working for Publix, and a total of 1,305 stores open all over Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Virginia, and Tennessee. And that count keeps going up since we keep expanding north. I've been working for Publix around since 2016, but in July of this year, I was hired as Associate Quality Assurance Engineer, which allowed me to complete this internship class. So, as a new hire Associate Quality Assurance Engineer, or tester for sure, I have around 120 days of training to get familiar with my new job duties and all the different lab environments that I have to work with. Now, basically, my functions as a tester is to be able to create, write, and execute manual test cases, um, set up a different test environments and verify those results with the teams involved in the project. And during testing efforts, I should be able to create bugs, create reports, and escalate defects found during testing to test leads and single project owners or SPOs. Among many other duties, we also need to constantly be able to learn new project-related skills and stay current in new procedures and technologies used in the department. Um, I feel it's necessary to explain how the department is structured before explaining what tasks I have been working on. In the IES department, there are several teams that develop and maintain software for the company. I am part of this point of sales team, or POS, and we are the testers for all the other projects. And we are responsible to support new, open, and existing stores and in our domain, which is testing. For that purpose, we have a lab set up with all the different systems that Publix have, from the regular POS lanes you find in the stores all the way to the ATMs. And we use these lab systems to simulate different test environments like testing, staging, production, and my job is to run a variety of tests or scenarios to certify that the software is working properly. Um, every member of the POS team to is assigned to two main projects. In my case, I was assigned to the self-checkout team and to the Microsoft security team. My tasks and functions in each of these teams are a little bit different. I'd like to start with the self-checkout team, which is SCO for sure. And mainly what I do there is small test the system every time you do package install or a Java software update. Small test means like a basic overview of the whole function of the system. If you find any problem, you need to report to the developers, and they need to try to fix it. Um, another function that I do in that team, if they have a new feature or major change in the software, I also need to do like a more complex set of tests, and that's assigned to me by the test lead. And my responsibilities on the Microsoft security team is a little bit different, and the dynamic with the team is a little bit different. I only have to respond to one person, and that person is the SPO of the team. And basically what I do there is run the same test sets or scenarios before and after the Microsoft security patch happen. The baselines allow me to print reports, um, smoke test different functions of the team, of the system, and touch accounting, price and promotions, central refund, all those teams involved, and all those changes in the system. I have to smoke test those and run all those tests before the patch happens. After the second week of every month, I have to run the same test cases, but this will be after the post the patch happens, the security Microsoft security patch happens. So I need to run those scenarios again. Um, and after I've worked, those are basically my two functions inside the teams. But I also work for other projects, major projects, and every time a store have to open, we call that like a build, a new build, and that's happening right now for the North Carolina stores. And those stores, you need to certify and verify that all the package installed in the systems, they work properly. So I was involved recently in one of those, and the main tasks that I have complete there was to smoke test the accounting, similar to what I was doing in the Microsoft security patch team, but for the new stores. And basically what I did there was to print and compare baseline accounting reports to make sure that all the transactions that were done in that day in the system were getting all the way to the endpoints, the databases, and the different files inside the system, and compared those transactions to make sure that they were accurate. Another task that I have to complete in that effort was the end of day, end of week procedures. That's basically simulate what the managers and the staff of the stores need to perform at the end of the week, Friday, which will be the end of day. Every day you have to close accounting and the information of all the sales of the day, all the for tracking purposes. You need to perform a series of steps to close properly the store and get it ready for the next day. So I have to do those myself and make sure that that information gets to the databases, and I also need to run some validations with other teams to make sure that the information gets to their systems too. The last test that I have to do there was end of the week procedure, which will happen every Saturday, and basically is automatic. The system will do it by itself, and I was involved and manual testing those procedures and making sure that the information was stored properly, so that next week the store can start from zero and there was no information lost or anything like that. For that, you need to perform like something we call the is active validation. Basically, what you have to do there is run a few transactions that involve credit cards, checks, pay with app, and many others, and record all those transactions and send them to other teams. And those teams, they need to validate that the information was distributed in their databases and it was properly stored. And finally, I need to also create EDW validation. That's involving another team. The process is a little bit complex, but it's a series of steps that you have to perform to ensure that the store is ready for the next week sales. And it's really exciting. It's really demanding. It's challenging for sure, but I was so happy and so excited to be part of something like that. So what I have learned in my internship, during my internship in this period of time as a new hire and and with my internship class, I learned that I was putting myself in the eyes of an intern, and I can see how important and useful will be an internship program, because that way you can better understand the company's culture and to see if you have if it's a good fit for you or not. In my case, I've been working for Publix for a long time, so I knew already that it will be a really good fit for me. They really got my attention on to what they're trying to do. They are deeply involved in the community. They try to help. Actually, my daughter was born, and the hospital, they gave a lot of money to build for a new here at Lakeland, and I was, already in love with the company's culture. Another good benefit um, of having an internship, or having an internship for someone that have the internship, is to put the knowledge and skills into practice and demonstrate not only to myself, but to others what I'm capable of. That's something that I really believe that someone will do if they need to um, if they get an internship, they can apply the knowledge they have gathered all the time, during the college program. The Another good benefit is networking for sure. It's a great benefit. Networking is another great benefit of completing an internship. In the short time that I have been working in the IS department, I have met several people that are really interested in helping me growing in the company, and they want to know how they can help me grow in the future professionally. So in conclusion, I will definitely recommend an internship program for any student that would like to smoothly transition into their professional career as a IT in the IT industry, for sure. Thank you.